これね。あ、見えねえな。パクリ。食べ終わるまで頑張ってやりましょうか。4。これじゃ。あ、そうだ。あれか、ショップで。HUB。金かかるの。金払って胸がやるほどでもない気がするんだけど。一期一会なのかな。一応、試したけど。この天木さん。何言ってるかよくわからないといい。
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
字幕をつけたけど。
Let's see what they try to do here in the first
やっぱ
round.
り、よくわからない。
That was a solid anti-air.
うまいですね。
Will the drive parry here open things up for them?
なか
The
ったね。
pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to
でき
find
な
a
かっ
way
た。
out.
ドライブゲージにも注意してね。
One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity.
なんとか切り抜けたい。ゲージに注意。もう少しで勝てそう。
Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. The attack is parried. Gets him.
ほら素晴らしい。
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
素晴らしいですね。意識したことができてるんじゃないでしょうか。
You're totally right. Let's see if they clue in on that and make adjustments next round. The match just started. It's anyone's game.
守りきるのは難しいってどこかで聞いたからね。
私、
仕掛けていこう。
Player 2, drive rush to keep it going.
そうそう。
Ah, burnout activates.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかも。いけるよ。
Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger?
一発入れば逆転もありえそうです。
Player 2 will have to deal burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. 3-volt ices him.
最後まで驚かないで。
That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage.
相手もプルプルしてるね。
Zakuhado
まだまだいけるよ。
experiencing burnout.
守りは崩れた。SE には気をつけて。
Fires off a Hadouken. Doing some quick planning?
ふむ。すべて手に取るように分かっちゃいました。怖い怖い。動けないよ。もっと気軽に攻め込んでみてもいいかもね。
The low kick hit.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Nuh-uh, no way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
やばい。
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
いやー楽
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
頑張って解説していきたいと思います
Checks with the projectile.
確定しないのか。
Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out?
落ち着いていこうね
こうなんか。
Pressuring them in the corner.
この攻めをどうしたい
What are these fighters thinking now? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip.
ゲーム見てますっとそうそうそう
Knockdown.
もう少しで勝てそう
Heading into the end game now.
Look.
It's getting tense. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. KO!
やるな
Player 1 took that convincingly. But what's next?
ーいやー
何だった
熱く攻めるかクールに
だと
守るか楽しみです
You got that right. Oh, next round starting. Manages to block the jump in attack. Burnout activates.
守りは崩れた SE には気をつけて
Player 1 has a slight life lead.
竜巻でなかった。
It's a good spot to use the super.
もう素晴らしいもう素晴らしい
Demon Blade kick.
大
Experiencing
阪市
burnout.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかもいけるよ
In there.
オーケー
Akuma.
Player 1.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
対戦前からお互いの気迫でピリピリしちゃってますね
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
よろしくお願いします置き攻めにもいけちゃうよ
Backs them into the corner.
この攻めをどうしたい
The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this?
Google.
Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate.
よいしょ。
うんうん
重なんねえな。
Reads them. Taking stock. A drive impact could end it all here. KO!
めっちゃいいやん
That's the
TOIC。
round. What did you make of it?
言うことなしですねめっちゃ上
近鉄
手ですよ
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building.
なんとか切り抜け
Experiencing burnout.
守りは崩れた SE には気をつけて
How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play. Uses the gauge for a super art. Looking to impress with this super.
そうそうそう
Demon Blade kick. A drive impact could end it all. Burnout activates.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかもいけるよ優勝使って逆転を狙うかいろいろな技が出せてすごい
どんどん。
You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. KO!
マジでいいマジでいい
間違えた。
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
もうマジ分かんなくなったら攻め
マジでマジで。予想。グッドなんだろう。面白いの。
Jumps up. Links it. They're going for the super art.
素晴らしいうまいよそうそう
素晴らしい。
Oh my god, they just choked it up.
うわー今の届かないの
Sets up with the jump in.
有利に進められてるね
Jump. Turns out.
分かんないよまだ
わかんないよ。
Real test of nerves. Flatline zone.
すげえ言うことなしじゃないよ
Here comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
行ってみましょ
Tries to bait him with the projectile. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape.
う。この攻めを通したい。
Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Sticks the combo. KO. Not sure how you could break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
これはどう対応したらいいんでしょうかね。
Gets the jump in. Player 1 chases them down.
なんとか切り抜けたい。
させ。
Stuck in the corner but not going down without a fight.
一発入れば
攻撃判定は前出るから
Breaks those shins.
負けるんかね。
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Experiencing
わかんない
burnout.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかも。いけるよ。
失
KO.
敗しちゃった。
マジでいい。マジでいい。
I bet everyone watching that last round could feel the pressure coming through
股
their
間でよ
screen.
かった。
もっちゃわかります。難しいですよ。
どうでしょう
これは。
Shows a medium kick. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
攻めの理想がたっぷりあるはず。
どうなんですかね。
大きく動くラウンドになりそうです。
Knocked them out of the air.
ナイスナイス。
Experiencing burnout. Player
まだ。
2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's go. Fires off a Hadouken. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in, a dash.
残酷。波
How
動拳。
heavy? What will be the follow-up here?
もう素晴らしい。もう素晴らしい。
Hadouken.
大阪市
There's a burnout.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかも。いけるよ。
Looking to remove him from the. There's a burnout.
守りは崩れた。犠牲には気をつけて。
Are you kidding me?
おお、大会さながらの動きでした。
Akuma.
Oh, hard.
Here comes a new challenger.
小説を読みましょう。そうか。バレンタインデー。クリスマスとかバレンタインデーっていうの経験ができないんだよな。大衆社会に身を置いてない場合は、外国の出来事のような感じだよね。
Here comes a new challenger.
「 It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
ほう、ジュリちゃんですか。大したものですね。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
緊張感が伝わってきます。解説頑張ります。
Pressuring them in the corner.
この攻めを通したい。
Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage.
ゲーム見てます。
しゃがみジャック。
Sticks
この当たりの時に大胆の方がいいよね。
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity, but how will that
い
affect
や
the
でも
next
大
round?
胆でも一緒か。
確かにって言ったけど、すごいヒットがしました。
ジャッキー。
The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
なんとか切り抜けたい。ステージに注意。
Who will gain control of the match in the early going?
強めで押し付けていけ。そうそう。
Still slugging it out at this range. Play it. Oh, burnout triggered. Adamant flame. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues.
ドライブゲージにも注意してね。
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Anti-air drops him.
そうそうそう。
Good adds a bit of OG spice there. Looking for it. Burnout activates.
守りは崩れた。SE には気をつけて。
Noticeable life lead. The overhead
Yeah.
denied.
ナイスガード。
Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge.
君は
That was the highest if I've ever seen one.
やばい。見てて楽しいです。
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
プレルと戦いたかったのに。と思ってたらごめんね。
Drive reversal to break in. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book.
おきれいに
今のうちの
The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak.
うん。
Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Neither
なん
of
と
them
抜けた。
willing to back off here. Player 2
どうなんだ
chases
これ。
them down.
なんとか切り抜けたい。ステージに注意。うんうん。
This is a huge chance to make it feel it.
相手も縮こまってるよ。じゃんじゃん攻めちゃえ。
Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with
Ore.
smart drive use. Burnout activates. Hold your KO.
オーケー。
Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next?
はい、先生。勝ちましたよ。
All right, let's see what happens in the next round. Checks him with a projectile. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there.
頑張って。応援してるからね。
They back the opponent into the corner.
Nagino.
Now to apply the pressure.
お互い慎重な立ち回りでしたね。
Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super art.
いい感じだ。
今日のクラナ。
Dashes up.
いってる。いってるよ。いけいけ。
Chips them for the win.
すげえ。言うことなしの内容だ。
上り流。上り流で
Here's
いい
the
のか。
final
あそこ。
round. The real fight starts now.
どうなんだね。
Gets him with a experiencing burnout.
守りは崩れた。SE には気をつけて。
We're just getting started
Stoic.
here. Who will take control?
ゲージは大丈夫？
Drives and back misses.
まずい。
Ooh, you never know what
Stoic.
can happen here. Player 2 will have to deal with this danger. Solid anti-air.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。もっと気軽に攻め込んでみてもいいかもね。
Going in.
気軽に踏み込んでいって
Can't
もいい
let
から
this
ね。
simmer. They gotta start cooking.
見るところが多すぎる。展開が早い。相手もついてこれてないぞ。
This can lead to some big
展開が
damage.
早い。
Looking for a hole.
届かない。
Comes for them with a balance. A jump connects with the throw.
もう素晴らしい。
What a finish.
めっちゃいいやん。
Man, I can watch.
早くないしなお前。
New challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
行ってみましょう。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
大切な荒木プルルです。
Player 1 with the life lead
こっからこっから。
goes for the drive rush there. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Throws them to negate the block.
連携の隙に差し込んでいく。
Goes for the throw.
連携の隙に差し込んでいく。
Gets backed into the corner with pressure building.
なんとか切り抜けたい。レイジに注意。もう少しで勝つ。
KO.
オーケー。
Oh man, they were all over him. Yo, what was your take on that?
これはどう対応したらいいんでしょうかね。
Let's off the projectile. Ah, burnout activates.
めっちゃ
そうだよな。
いけるよ。
Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on?
リーチは大丈夫？回復するのはありだよ。
Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation.
いろいろな技が出せてすごい。
Player 2, burnout activates.
めっちゃ緊張してるのかも。いけるよ。
遠いかな。
Risky up close bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
ナイスナイス。
Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. That was a clinic on how...
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
対戦前からお互いの気迫でピリピリしちゃってますね。
Overdrive. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
落ち着いていこうね。
もう当たんなかった。
Backs them into the corner.
足が伸びてたのに。
攻めを通したい。
Starts with a jump in.
当たん
Good
なかった。
anti-air.
置き攻めにもいけちゃうよ。
One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or
ちょ
are
っ
they
と
in
繋が
trouble?
ってないから。
Neither of them willing to back off.
なんで繋が
And
ら
in
んかっ
Dyer's,
た。
this is a huge chance to make them feel it.
相手も縮こまってるよ。
Gets them.
ほら素晴らしい。
Bags the round. What did you make of it?
ハイドリ先生、勝ちましたよ。
You're totally right. Let's see
な
if
ぜ
they
か
clue
繋
in
が
on
る。
that and make
最近の
adjustments
若
next
手を過ご
round.
せるかなこれは。
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
なんとか切り抜けたい。ケージに注意。
これ
At least one of them is having a good time in that corner.
一発入ればでもありえそう。
終わりじゃないかわから
Looking
ん。
to put in there.
めっちゃいいやん。
Well,
終わって
listen.
ないの
When
か
you're-。
今のよくわからん。なんだろうね。指の動きが悪いから。
Here comes a new challenger.
届いてない。
Our
い
fighters
や、
are ready to
届い
get
て
down
た。
to it. So let's start the match and see what these
カードじゃ
warriors
な
are
く
capable of.
プルルと戦いたかったのにと思ってたらごめんね。
わからん。
Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent.
うまいですね。
Uncomfortable
普通にミ
space
スり
here.
ました。
Can they
今の
clip
ボ
each
タンを
other
押
on
し
the
間違
edge?
えた。
Definitely shuts out the
いや
jump in. Goes for the low
遠
kick.
いか。
うまいですね。
The
ジャンプで
corner
きな
makes
い。
it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
なんとか切り抜けたい。ケージに注意。
This is
この
where
ぐらい
things will
か。
get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Grabs him.
連携の隙に差し込んでいく。
Drive reversals blocked. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming.
なおこの人、ガードしてね。
ナイス。
毎回、
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
素晴らしいですね。
こんなあからさまに痛い足、振ってんのに。
All right, let's see what happens in the next round. Absorbs
あ、
the
これ、
attack and
届
fires
かない
back.
か。
うわ、よく出したな今の。
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
迷ったら攻めるのもいいと思うよ。
They're backed up into the corner.
あれこれ、ゴム、普通だよね、ミスター。
大きく動くラウンドになりそうです。
Super arms on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Will we see a drive him experiencing burnout?
守りは崩れた。エレニア気をつけて。
Noticeable life lead.
Esteがで
Is
ね。
a comeback still possible?
いろいろな技が出せてすごい。見えてる。勝ちが見えてるよ。
You've gotta be closes it out.
マジでいい。マジでいい。
SE、ガデに。さっきも出なかった。
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
楽しめそうじゃん。
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
緊張感が伝わってきます。
短くて当たらなかった。
There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off
高難
balance.
度なんか。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
この攻めを通したい。意識してできるのが素晴らしいです。
どんなの？
How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over.
一発入れば逆転もありえそうです。
Heading into the end game now, it gets them.
やるなー。
Bags the round. What did you
投
make
げ
of it?。
言うことなしですね。めっちゃ上手ですよ。
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two kick it up a notch. Jump? Player 2
負けるな。
can build
これ。
off this lead.
一発入れば逆転もありえそうです。いい感じだ。
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner.
まだジャンプかこれ。
慎重な立ち回りでしたね。
A drive experiencing burnout.
守りは崩れた。SE には気をつけて。
Burnout act KO.
オーケー。
Judy.
That's what happened.
忘れちゃったね。
Here comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's going to be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
この瞬間を待っていたぞ。
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
頑張って解説していきたいと思います。
They're not going to allow any jump-ins.
うまいですね。
Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape.
この攻めを通したい。
Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out.
こっからこっから。
Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. KO!
ナイス。
That round was a pretty one-sided affair, to put it lightly.
確かにお花畑に行く余裕すらあったかもしれません。
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
とにかく手を出すか、一旦お茶を濁すか、性格が出そうですね。
This fight is just
ちょうど
underway.
当たった。
What kind of game plan do they have?
強みの押し付けていて。
From low heavy to?
そうそうそう。
It uses the gauge for a super arm.
手のひらの上ってことですわ。
Burnout activates.
Sakura.
In there.
やるな
Akuma.
Player 2.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
この瞬間を待っていたぞ。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
よろしくお願いします。奥攻めにもしちゃうよ。
Pressuring them in the corner.
この攻めを通したい。
Player 2 has
Mada,
used up all of their
Mista.
drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker.
全部見てますっと。
Gets the jump in. Recovers from burnout. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 took that convincingly. But what's next?
なんでインパクトにしたんだ。
You got that one. Oh, next round starting. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They gotta press here to take advantage of this experiencing burnout. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. We have no cookout complete without Empyrean's end. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Well, listen, when you're...
面白いんだよね。マジでマジで。
Our fighters are ready to lay it
頭
all on
悪
the
そう。
line.
カンナちょっと面白いんだよな。
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Backs them into the corner. Not letting that go.
弱じゃないとつまらないんだって。
The
どうだっ
drive
たよ。
gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. From up above,
めっちゃ
this is the range
滑
where
って
things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out?
間違えた。
The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your
これ
opponent is such an
当たってない。
effective game plan.
これなんで当たる。わかんねえな。
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
何がいけないんだね。これ
Barely blocks the jump in. The jump in catches them.
わかんねえな。
Jumps up, takes a big gamble, and rips out a raw super. Looking to impress with this super. Big opportunity now in this corner. Ah, burnout activates. KO.
Akuma.
That was...
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
何が起こるか楽しみです。
もういいか。
Okay, we're in the early stages of the round.
なんか動き出した。やる気ねえから。
Throws them. What's next?
意識してできるのが
めんどい。
素晴らしいですよ、本当に。
Player 2 creates a good KO.
やるな
Oh man, they were all over him. Yo, what was your take on that?
確かにって言ったけど、すごい知ったかしました。そうそうそう。
Will we see a drive hit? Bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
ナイスナイス。
Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
対戦前からお
義経とやめ
互いの感覚でピリピリしちゃってますね。
どれ。
うまいですね。
They knew that throw was coming. There's a corner switch. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner.
こうなんだ。
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit.
痛い一撃だ
What's their game plan here at this
よく
critical
わかんねえ
stage?
けど、
Shoots off a fireball up
もう
close.
なんか、だるくなった。
Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table.
わかんないですね。
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Medium kick hits.
もっ
どいこう。
と気軽に攻め込んでみてもいいかもね。
Will we see a drive impact? Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
攻めのリソースはたっぷりあるはず。
KO.
マジでいいマジでいい。
Yo, that was so close. But what a matchup to see, right?
マジでいいって言ってんのか、これ。
Jumps up. No cookout complete without a period end. A drive impact could end it all here. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
いろいろな技が出せてすごい。
Perfect KO. They were in full control there.
めっちゃいいや。
お疲れ様でした。って感じですね。あ、なんか変わったとこ見れる。なかったハウス。バトル、調整と。あと、コメントがついた。コメンテーターが新しいやつ。UI、変更。そのぐらいだよな。お疲れ様でございました。終わりでございます。これから、サガットが増えるのかもしれないな。めんどくせえな。前が減ってたバットが増えた。内股。元に戻りそうですけど。多分、サガット。ある程度、上手くないと。前みたいに勝てないんじゃないかな。知らぬい、うまいみたい。おはようございます。終わりです。